In wellbeing teams, we are having monthly themes where we focus on a particular area of our well-being or our practice, our support for older people living at home. And the first area that the team chose to focus on is around mental health. So I've been researching best practice around mental health in the workplace, and this is what I found, and I shared it yesterday with a team member who was off sick with her mental health last year to see if she would find this helpful. And my next step is to share it with our mental health champions and get their feedback and their changes, and then start to explore it with the team. So here's our initial ideas for how we're going to approach this, and we're delighted also to be collaborating with We Are As If, who are going to help us with inspirational quotes and actually be our tech partners in thinking about mental health in the workplace. So we thought we'd start with an analysis with the team of how are we doing, what's working and not working around how we're supporting each other's mental health, and then think about what's in our control and what's out of our control, and the stuff that's in our control and what is it we can do about it. So see if there are some early wins and to get clarity on what might be getting in the way. And Omar suggested that we look at an app called Wakelet as an easy place to store resources around mental health. Then we want to review our policies and procedures and see if there are any that are stopping or getting in the way or not supporting good mental health, so that we are taking stock of what we're doing as an organisation. I spent a lot of time on the best practice in mental health in the workplace website, and there's some amazing resources from Mind, and a couple of things that we think it'd be worth looking at is stigma and mental health. And the resources pointed us to a great quiz that we could get people to do for 5 minutes with their buddy, and also sharing stories. So Mandy is our mental health champion, and she's very open about her experience of mental health problems, and I'm happy to share mine as well. And we can also link to more stories that We Are As If are providing us too, and possibly some podcasts then. So hearing directly from people with lived experience of mental health issues, both inside the team and outside the team. And then it might be filling in people's gaps around what we mean by mental health and what you can do about it. And again, a really, really excellent resource from Mind. And I thought I might record that as a podcast so that people can listen to that information between visits. That might be the easiest way for people to access that. And then how are you doing individually? So we've looked at how we're doing as a team. Now let's think about it individually. So there's various tests that we can do, from the WEMWeb type tests to others that are available. We already use something called Stress and Support, which identifies your triggers that make you stressed and unhappy, what you can do about it, and what your team colleagues can do about it. In Induction, we look at the research and the work from Action for Happiness, and people can complete a happiness plan with their buddy. And the research that I'm doing on the Mind website introduced me to wellness action plans. So we're going to look at those and see which ones we want to test and whether we want to amalgamate a wellness action plan with our existing stress and support. So that will tell us what we can do individually around our well-being and mental health. And each team have got their own team agreements. So this might also be an opportunity to see how we want to update our team agreements, to see if there's more that we want to agree and commit to around supporting each other. And then finally, how do we take forward team and individual actions for well-being? So we've been looking at how we can make trained counselling sessions available for free for team members, things not connected with work, but anything that people want to talk about. We're delighted that we have a hospital chaplain who's agreed to be our chaplain for wellbeing teams and take a multi-faith approach to that. And it may be that people want to focus on one of the 5 ways to wellbeing. And We Are As If have agreed to do themed 30 days, which will be brilliant. So these will be quotes or suggestions of what to do that are produced for us graphically, that we can post in Slack, which is our main channel of communication every day. So every day we can focus on our well-being. And potentially have champions for different areas of well-being. But of course, what's critical is this is co-designed with teams. Every team might want to do something different, and we want to explore that with them rather than predetermine that at this stage. So these are our thoughts so far. We'll go through a process of iteration with our champions and the team, but I'd love to hear from anybody who's seeing other great practice or have got other suggestions that we might want to take forward. Thank you.